EMS investigation at the intersection of Marshall Street and Hanover Street downtown. It says someone who's having a hard time. Don't really know much more than that. All right, we're here. Oh yeah, there he is waving over there. All right, buddy, I got you. This fella is in a squatting position. I don't think that's yoga. 15 on scene. Oh yeah. With every patient, we always size them up. We're cautious with them at first.
So I think about what's going on is I'm not seeing no glove PP like gloves, mask, gowns, footwear, like shoe coverings, because we'll have to protect yourself from getting infected. So one thing wrong that I noticed so far. Oh, never mind. I'm just mislook the gloves. So I'm sorry about that.
So, realised he was either mentally unstable or under the influence of some pharmacology, perhaps. He was a big lad, broad, definitely had the potential to throw us around a little if he wanted to. You go with them.
So another thing, if a patient is getting violent, go ahead call police. So right now I'm not seeing no police.
Listen to me.
I don't care. Put your hands on me. I don't care. I want to die. I want to die.
There you go. You do it yourself. Stop it.
This is life on the streets, and this is what people need to see that we do. It's just a routine call. It's a man down. There's no reason for any fanfare. And before you know it, you're already in the middle of it. He came up swinging and fighting and trying to get away from us right from the get-go. Once he told us that he wanted to kill himself, our hands are tied. We have to take him.
Relax, kid. Relax. I know. Well, you're banging your head off the wall. Bring your arm around. You brought this on yourself, my man. All right?
In his circumstance, him getting out of our control would present actually a worse scenario.
What you thinking? What kind of is?
Okay, never mind. That dude is a police officer, so I didn't saw the do about. But again, I'm sorry.
So if he had run down the street, now you're talking about running out in front of cars, you're talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. And so that meant we had to get him down and take total body control of him.
I want my stuff. I want my.
Okay, sit back.
Hey, enough of that.
I want to die, alright?
Okay.
So he spitted. I will be like, get a spit mask on him, because we don't know if he's sick or what. So I will be like, get a spit mask.
Once we got him into the back of the ambulance, he resorted to the name call and the vulgarity and whatnot. I jumped up front, smoked to drive off to the hospital. You got a star? Jamie called from the back and asked for a hand back there. He doesn't ask for help very often. Whenever any of us need any help, you don't even have to ask. It's just intuitive. If you're in the back of the ambulance and you get thrown around or whatever's happening, they'll throw themselves, in between you and the danger. Every single person that wakes is that way.
When we got him here to Mass General, and at this point we'd all been wrestling with him in the street, rolling around on the sidewalk with him. We subsequently found out that he had an open, blood-filled, uncapped syringe in his front right. It was left in his pocket the entire time we were fighting with him. It's by the grace of God that not one of us just got stuck with that needle. So it's scary. This was a real close call. Again, someone was watching down on us on this call.
Ambulance, can you come
6-year-old male fell off bunk bed and fractured his hand. Mom reports obvious deformity to the hand.
Hi, how are you? Christian, did you hit your head? Just your arm. Okay. We're gonna wrap it up and put it under that board.
I can't move it.
Okay, I don't want you to move it. Okay? Mom, I'm gonna have you put it away.
Just gonna keep it nice and tight, keep it from moving. There you go. There you go.
Doing so good.
Good job, dude.
There's a big difference in treating kids, you know, talking right to their face and not lying to them and letting them know what you're gonna be doing. Once you gain that trust with them, then you're good. How do you feel now? Alright, cool, buddy. I'm gonna carry you out, okay? Because we don't want you walking. Your mom's gonna come in the back of the ambulance with us. Alright? He had a very, very painful injury. He fractured both bones in his lower forearm. There we go.
Hang on. Why would a EMT have a freaking priesthood belt? So one thing wrong, EMTs don't have priesthood belts.
Yeah.
I will priest you.
Okay? Let's get you out to the truck. There we go. Let's get you up there. Good job. All right. I'm gonna call the doctor right now on the radio. All right? Let them know that we have a very special person coming in that needs to be seen at the hospital right away.
I was right in the other room. I heard like big noise and he started crying and he was laying down on the floor. His hand twisted and didn't move up before it was swollen.
Yes, of course I'll be there with you. I was astonished at how well he did with the amount of pain that he should have been having. I think any adult would be screaming, and he did amazingly well. All right, buddy. Let's get you in there and talk to the doctor, okay? They're more likely are going to give him some pain medication. Then they're going to do an x-ray, and they'll decide from there of what kind of break it is. You are so brave. And if it needs to be taken to the OR, kids are great with that, and they fuse right back together, and before you know
OR is operating room, so to that we all know.
they're getting it cast off, and they're running around trying to do it again.
So this is the glory part of our job, leading the station. Very glorious, but it needs to get done. You know, it's kind of your home away from home.
This is what we do with downtime. Gets pretty gross in here. Rob is a very good cleaner. I can't speak for what happens when we're not here. I don't know who does stuff. Rob and I have been partners for 5 years, and we are also married. CPR. He's a great partner, and he's good at this job. Trying to resuscitate the dying EMT. He makes me laugh, too. A lot. I have a 19-year-old son who is pursuing this line of work, so I feel like it's kind of a all-in-the-family thing when it comes to EMS.
Six Boston, the Broadway Bridge, just says somebody may have fallen into the water.
We just tapped that. We can turn around and take care of that in a minute or so.
Okay, Ken, all yours.
We're responding to the Broadway Bridge. We're reporting someone in the water. We're not sure what part of the bridge or how far offshore they are, but we'll be there in a second. The next one, Kim, next one.
We don't know how long he's been in there, but at this time of year, the water can be close to freezing, and he could drown in a matter of seconds.
Hang on, Kim. He's right here, Kim. Clear him down. Go. We have to drive around to get him. He's right here.
Let me pause this.
E10, we can see him. This is still a person in the water.
I don't know how he wound up in the water. He could have fallen in, or God forbid, he could have been pushed.
So the police are actually on scene here. They're lowering a ladder down to the gentleman, trying to get him out. So we're going to try to get our stretcher close so we can get his clothes off and try to warm him up. Hey, Kim, you want to grab the throw rope? He can't grab the thing here.
The ladder's wedged in. You'll be able to climb up.
A little bit more. Grab onto the rope there. There's a rope there. Grab it.
A little bit further. A little bit further. Hand up. Hand up. There you go.
Kim, you know what? Just try to get a little.
Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, man.
Hang on. Kim, hop up. Kim and the officer down there, and the rocks are very slippery. They're covered in moss and other stuff. I knew she was completely safe where she was. At the same time, they try to hold on to her to give her some footing. He's so cold he can't grab onto the ladder itself. We tried to throw the throw rope to him. He couldn't grab it.
He started to get increasingly lethargic in the water. That's always a concern when you know somebody is hypothermic. I mean, that water is really, really cold.
What do you, Kim?
Let me see the carabiner.
Yeah. Hang on. Don't tangle still.
Careful. This snaps. Sure, come right in your
Yep.
face.
Here.
He's living with dead weight.
He's dead weight. We'll let them do the weight. Got you? We had everybody heave-ho and got him up. We're concerned about hypothermia. We have to warm him up.
All set? He's hypothermic right now. His temperature's 91. I think the water temperature could be around 40, between 30 and 40. You get hypothermic pretty quick being in that water that long. 5 or 10 more minutes, he'd be in the 80s. And after that, if no one had spotted him, he would have slipped under and probably drowned.
Rob gets protective. If I'm going to do something dangerous, he would be protective of any partner. He would be holding on to them and making sure they didn't get hurt. He might be a little bit more so because it's me. I can't tell. I'm not sure. He did mention that he wanted me to get up. He didn't like me down there, but he didn't push the issue and he let me do my job and we got the guy up. But he is certainly not out of the woods yet.
Kim's not only my partner, but she's my wife. Kim's here to do a job. And, when she puts herself in danger, I just wanted to be safe.
Oh. Yep, I'm getting this one and this one. Hello. How are you? Fine, dog. I'm like, oh. Cute.
Bye, honey. Have a good night.
You guys have fun.
That's Superwoman. We're just back from 2 days off. Been studying all weekend. Studying for a lieutenant's exam. I might have to get out my EMT book again.
That's all right. I'll give you my notes from the academy.
Awesome.
All the lectures. Good luck with that.
These are some of my very important family members. So this is my husband, Anibal, and me. That was a few years ago, so yeah, quite a few years ago. We've been together for 28 years, and I'm just very lucky to have him. So we have 99 Adams. That was good, 2 bites. He's a physician, and him being a doctor makes it much easier for him to understand this job, and vice versa. And you give and take, and so it works out great. We're headed to a 40-year-old female who has cut her hand, it says, while she was preparing food. It could be something really minor to somebody missing some digits. All right, what'd you do?
What it was, I had a fight,
Okay.
and when she hit me, I hit her back. I must have got her in the grill piece,
Okay.
and
She got in the back of the truck and promptly told us that she did not cut her finger while cutting food. She cut it on somebody's teeth when she punched them. What are you doing getting in a fight?
it's like she's being disrespectful.
Yeah.
So I got mad, and so I ended up punching her.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh,
Is she okay?
yes, yeah.
She is okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's not really at all what the call said, and sometimes things get lost in translation, or they just lie to them and say something entirely different happened because she didn't want the police to come and get people in trouble, so...
Can you bend it for me?
I'm not gonna lie to you. No, I can't.
All right. Well, you need to get an x-ray. Okay? And people's mouths. Okay? They're very, very, very dirty.
I'm gonna get
It is.
I got an appointment tomorrow.
Yeah, but you can't wait. You need to have it tonight. Okay? And you know what you can get if you get tetanus?
I know.
What?
Rabies or something.
No, you ain't gonna get rabies. You could get lockjaw. So
Tomorrow, I promise.
why not tonight?
Not tonight.
Why? What's the deal?
I don't want to go down there tonight.
Why?
You know why? Because honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood right now, and I don't want to take it out on nobody else. Is
I
that
am.
reasonable?
I'm not always in the mood to go to work, but I'm here.
I know. You're here to serve us.
Absolutely.
Hello.
All right, she insisted to me that she was going to be going to the hospital tomorrow. We can tell them, whatever they need to know as far as what bad things could happen to them if they don't go. All right, I'm not going to scold you anymore. And so I cleaned the wound up, then wrapped her hand, and there's nothing else we can do. We can't force people to go to the hospital when they don't want to.
My hand's broken. Thank you. Thank you.
Her finger is.
My finger's broken. Thank you.
Stay out of trouble.
Finger's broken.
Oh my goodness. That was funny. That was funny.
Attention Ambulance 13, Paramedic 16, the struck box, occupied building at Center Street in Jamaica Plains. Can you head into that fire, please? 2211 817.
We had to report of a building fire in Jamaica Plain. As a supervisor, any type of standbys, of big events, multiple patients, fire standbys, those are the kind of calls I definitely need to go to and make sure the crew's safe, be an extra set of eyes, be an extra set of hands, or whatever they need. So this is going to be a big incident. I'm hoping on our end we don't end up with a lot of patients, but the potential's there. Break, did one. Start a second BLS in here. I got a 4-story heavy fire throughout, multi-occupied, potential for multiple patients from this.
817 Boston. Ambulance 13, Paramedic 16, it's actually going up to the third alarm. Yes, 813, Paramedic 16, third alarm.
Anybody in there?
Original report was that there was possibly a person in apartment number 1.
What I need is an ambulance, quick.
So on the file, we're gonna need about couple ambulances, not one, couple. So because one ain't gonna handle one ambulance can't handle or transport 3 or 4 patients at the same time. Just saying.
Heavy fire and smoke. I got people hanging off balconies. Being told by the fire chief there's up to 70 occupants of this building. Give one to the incoming units, their beds, their equipment right to the front of the building. Here comes our first customer right here. People trapped in all these balconies, they're going to just be feeding us patients. Okay, all right? Right here. 21's on the way to the break-in with one.
I know my mom lit a scented candle. I guess she fell asleep. The nightstand where she was a little bit on fire, but I couldn't control it, so I had to call 911.
The source of the displays tonight was the candle that was left unattended in the kitchen. The woman had gone in to lay down, and next thing you know, they almost lost the whole building. In center operation, I'm going to send them a 21. We really dodged a bullet here. The fact that we didn't get any acute critical patients out of that, we're very lucky. We evaluated 6 people. We transported 1 to the hospital, very minor anxiety, smoke inhalation. I cursed us. I said it was so quiet tonight, Saturday night, nothing going on, and boom, here we are. Nobody was seriously injured. It's early in the night, people were still awake. If this same incident had occurred a few hours from now, 3 or 4 in the morning where everybody was sleeping, we easily could have ended up with dozens of potentially very sick patients. We're very lucky, though. This really could have been a bad outcome, but very lucky. Division 1, I'm clear at Center Street.
Division 1, you're clear, 2225, thank you.
Paramedic 2, ambulance 10, P282 response for the cardiac disorder in Doing Justice, Columbia Road, Unit 3, 3rd floor.
So we're going for a cardiac disorder. We just happen to be driving by it. Just have to find the actual number of the building. There it is. Check on the left, check him. Hi there. We here for you?
Oh my God, it hurts. So this call is for a 44-year-old female complaining of chest pains, sudden onset, which is something that we get concerned about sometimes. She looked fairly well, but sometimes, particularly with women, that can be deceiving. Congratulations. Slow, deep breaths, okay? I just want to see if I can hear the air going in and out, okay? I think anytime people have chest pain, it is frightening for them, and so I think a lot of times they have this fear that that's automatically a death sentence. She's 44, sudden onset of chest pain since last night, hasn't resolved, can't sleep. She doesn't have any history. She is hypertensive, was a little tachycardic, like 160 over 104.
So that could be multiple reasons why she's having that. It's not just she's having a heart attack.
It's a little high. High for you, right?
We need to do a cardiogram, okay? And just make sure we don't see anything going on right now.
But she could be having a heart attack, but all of them symptoms can be caused by different different problems.
We will be brutally honest with you. Having a heart attack? No, we're absolutely not. Oh my God, it hurts. Looks good. Okay. So far, so good.
All right, we're gonna get your seatbelts on, okay? Sometimes you can have something going on that mimics a heart attack or a cardiac event, and we just want to be conservative and take her to the hospital so they can rule everything out.
Basically what I was saying. So.
See if we've gotten any better, okay? Slow, deep breaths. A little bit. We have a little bit of improvement. So tell me about this grandbaby. There's a smile. They'll do a repeat EKG. They might take a picture of her chest and see if they can help her out with her pain. Well, these guys are going to figure it out for you. I'm sure they will. They always do.
15 Boston 15. Trying to get you northbound I-93 at exit 26 for a person ill prior to being pulled over by the state police.
So we're getting a call for somebody who's apparently sick after being stopped by the state police. We'll find out, see what his deal is.
Always an adventure.
Always an adventure. dozing at the wheel while you're driving. Well, they must have picked you out of the crowd somehow, you know what I'm saying? He said he forgot to take his medicine. He's been up all night.
Did a quick basic assessment of his mental status. He seemed to check out, knew where he was, knew his name.
We're just gonna get him in the back of it once over, check his sugar, check his pressure, all that stuff, and then we'll let you know, okay?
There's several calls saying that he was falling asleep behind the wheel. But he didn't hit anything, you know, and he seems like he's just trying to make it somewhere today. So we'll see what we can do for him.
I was just a little tired, but I was up all night packing. I didn't take my meds this morning.
All anybody's concerned about is driving a vehicle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, I'm not.
I'm fine. I can drive.
Yeah.
What's this stuff? This is from the hospital.
Who are you in the hospital for?
I had like a panic attack.
You had a panic attack?
Yeah. I put the restraints on because I was like nervous. I didn't want to be there, I guess.
He told us that he's under a lot of stress. He has a history of anxiety, and he said that he's moving from one place to another. And he said he's been up packing boxes late at night. He's tired, and he may have been a little drowsy at the wheel.
Okay, so I can't force you to go to the hospital, but I can tell you that
You're not going to fall asleep there.
okay, so that's probably not going to fly with them.
Medically, you check out. Right? You're making sense. All your numbers work. Everything's good.
Yeah.
We're going to tell these guys exactly that. They still have a drowsy driver behind the wheel, so they're going to have to figure something
Well, they told me you guys said that it was good to go there. I should be all set, so that's it.
So he's sticking to his story. He says, there's nothing wrong with me. He goes, I promise you I'm not going to fall asleep, blah, 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 blah.
No, because I'm arrested him anyways. He has a warrant and his license is revoked and he's got all kinds of going on. Right. So as I was wrapping up, one of the troopers informed the gentleman that the police actually had a warrant for his arrest.
Something wrong with your license, you're revoked in Mass, and you also have a warrant, okay? I don't have a warrant. We'll look at it in the barracks, all right?
That was a twist. I was fully expecting to have him step out and then have a discussion with them whether or not they were going to let him take his vehicle away. And then when the bracelets came out, that was a surprise for all of us, I think, especially him.
Next on Boston EMS.
We just want to find out if they're alive.
20. Just ran her over.
You can see the legs up at the end of that tree.
Unconfirmed person under a train, 5042.
We're heading in town, right downtown crossing on the red line, report of a person that jumped in front of a train. Unfortunately, this usually isn't a favorable outcome between the electricity from the third rail and let alone the train going over the person. If they are deceased, we'll pronounce them at the scene. Then we actually got to turn our sights on some of the bystanders. First and foremost, the train operator. That's a very moving thing for people to witness. So they can end up actually being patients. What's going on? Good. Nice. We just want to find out if they're alive. The biggest thing is that the power's shut off to the third rail. They're going to confirm that right now with a tester. You see right there, one of the legs. It's not attached to the body, you know. Okay.
I don't know if they fell or whatever under the train. Just ran her over. There's a bottle of pills next to her, but she's definitely not having life.
One of the firefighters just got injured. During the testing of the third rail, two of the firefighters were under the assumption, I guess, that the third rail of power was shut down, and it wasn't. When the negative and positive caused them both to jump back. They weren't electrocuted and they weren't burned, but they were obviously shaken up. The woman, unfortunately, has passed away. She's basically transected. She's cut in half. We have the operator. It's going to be somebody who's on the platform that witnessed it. So I'm going to hold the BLS here till we get a head count, because everybody's starting to come out of the woodworks now with psyche valves. So I'll keep you updated. You sure you're all right? All right. Keep an eye on. All right. Take care, guys. All right. Good chief had me reevaluate him. I went over, I talked to them again, and I think they're just a little like in shock, pardon the pun. So, very least we're all done. Yep. We ended up transporting the conductor of the train as well as one of the T workers that were on the platform and actually witnessed this horrible event play out. Unfortunately, it appears to have been a suicide. She jumped in front of the train. She was killed instantly. The medical examiner is in the process now of removing the deceased. And we'll clear and move on to something else.
Right now we're on a call, and it's for a 71-year-old male, and they're calling it in as a possible stroke. Very time-sensitive call.
Okay, to one side, he won't raise his arms, I can't get an even smile.
Are you able to lift your right arm for me, Andrew?
21 years.
Can you lift this arm up for me, too?
And he's had Parkinson's for about 14, but lately it's been rearing its ugly head.
Andrew, do you have any pain anywhere? When I first got there, I noticed that he was nonverbal. Can you squeeze both my hands? Good, you can. He squeezed my hand immediately, which told me that his mind was working. Okay, I'm going to say something to you, and I want you to see if you can repeat it for me. The sky is blue in Boston.
Sky is blue in Boston.
Okay, how's his speech sound to you?
Sounds fine. Why wouldn't he do that for me?
And to our surprise, all of a sudden he started talking. Who is that over here? Who are we talking to?
Trouble and strife.
That's Cockney slang for wife. Yeah.
Which was a very positive sign for me. Your wife is very sweet, Andrew. You're lucky to have her, huh? Recognizing these mini strokes are very important because they can many times be a precursor to a much worse problem of a very large stroke. Okay, do you have any pain anywhere? Okay. He said his pain is sitting over there. My goodness. But look at that smile. It was exciting for me, and I think for his wife to see that he was doing better. We're coming in with a 71-year-old male with a question of a stroke, question TIA. So we notified the hospital and let them know to alert the stroke team. You feel any different than you did this morning?
I'm older.
You're older.
Now everybody thinks he's fine, you know, and he's not.
It's not that nobody's going to believe you, but
He's coming out.
exactly. A lot of times we don't get to see our patients getting better, and it's happening right in front of you, so it's very cool.
So you play into the ground, huh?
They were a very adorable couple, really. And him teasing her, I think it made her feel a lot better in a very serious situation. And I just wish them the best.
Next on Boston EMS.
You know this is the coldest night, right?
Yeah.
You gotta chuck that under you. There you go. Holy.
Oh my God, Tony. That's
There
one
you
of
go.
those things where you shouldn't help Tony. He was
I know,
better
right?
off before you touched him. So we're just going to grab some dinner right now. We're going to one of our favorite spots, Pat's Pizza. So we'll see how this goes. I'm sure we'll get a call as soon as we go out. Hey, can I get a large steak and cheese with extra cheese and hot sauce? This is very unusual. Sitting down at a table in a restaurant to actually eat a hot meal at a table. That's how it goes. Didn't last long. It's almost too good to be true. We went from a hot meal to a cold meal. Looks like we're going for a person who got assaulted. Possible robbery and assault. Bleeding from the head. Looks like there's a language barrier, Chinese speaking. Do you understand English? Very little, okay. When we got there, we met a Cantonese-speaking male who was actually the delivery driver for Teriyaki House in South Boston, which is actually a place we go to all the time for dinner. You got a cut on the side of your head. It might need a couple stitches. It's about 1 or 2 centimeters.
He got punched a couple of times.
Okay.
But he's got some gashes in his head there.
Okay. You know, we always feel bad for somebody who's being victimized or attacked or assaulted. You know, it's terrible to see people go through stuff like this. You know, you never want to see bad things happen to people. So, the doctors will take it off and they'll look at it, okay? And then they'll probably put a couple stitches there, sutures. I know. That's only until the doctor sees you. That's fine. Yep. And he was telling me, he's like, I can take this off, right? I have to go to work tomorrow. Did you lose consciousness? No. So obviously any smartphone, you can download a translator app, and you can just select whatever language you want to go to. We're at the hospital now. The doctor will look at your head. Okay, you're welcome. Technology's awesome. Makes our job a lot easier. That type of call is tough because he was a victim of unnecessary violence. So you can't help but have some empathy for the patient and what they're going through. It's, you know, it's a bad day. He's just trying to go to work and do his job, and next thing you know, he's in an ambulance and now he's in the hospital. So I feel bad for the guy.
It's probably the coldest night of the year right now. We're just driving around in between calls, looking for folks who are out on the street and seeing if they need any assistance. A lot of times in these doorways over here, you see they're a little set back from the street. A lot of times people will bed down in there, put some cardboard down and blankets and stuff. We've loaded up with extra blankets and also see if we can arrange a ride to the shelter because it's dangerously cold tonight. It looks like someone's bedded down here. Yeah, this is someone, Jim. Okay. So we'll just go and check on him, see how he's doing. How you doing, boss? Yeah, you got the blow with the hot air, huh? You know this is the coldest night, right? So, if we were to arrange a ride to a shelter here, would you want it? You're an outside guy, huh? Where are you from?
Kansas City? Well, it ain't much warmer here than there, huh?
Your money is on the street here, man. It's gonna blow away. Don't lose that. That's blowing off. You gotta chuck that under you.
That's one of those things where you shouldn't help, Tony. You'd be better off before you touch them.
We were on our way leaving. I noticed that there was some money rolling around on the floor in the wind, so I gave those to him. And in doing so, disrupted the little cocoon he'd made for himself, and the blanket started blowing all over the place. There you go. Holy.
Oh my God, Tony. Yeah.
How did that even happen? Kind of made things a little worse for him, actually, for a minute. But we tucked him in.
Leave me alone, right? Leave me alone. I was perfectly fine till you came to save my life.
All right. Take care, boss. He's all set. Give us a buzz, all right? Get a hold of us. Told him to get a hold of us if he needed anything. He said he's got our number. He knows 911, so he's pretty comfortable where he is, and we left him be. No good deed goes unpunished. Right now, we are at Station 15 in Charlestown, affectionately known by the crews as the Tin Shack. This is our home. You can see along the back here, there's a small platform. It was level all the way across here a few years ago. This met, but as you can see, it's gotten drastically worse. And here we are, home sweet home. It's cozy. Couple of couches, a desk and a computer, water bubbler. We have a TV conveniently located above the kitchenette area. I mean, we can't complain, right? We do have running water, so that's a plus. It hasn't sunk completely into the ground yet, but it won't be long. It embraces you, that's what it is. I mean, the building sinks down lower so you don't feel like you're getting shorter as you're getting older. It's that kind of place.
And that's it. That's the full tour of the Tin Shack. That's what we got.
This is living the dream right here, brother.
I think the place is living on borrowed time, but as long as we've got it, we're gonna love it.
What happens in the shack stays in the shack.
Yeah. That's gonna get me in trouble.
My wife mentioned she might be taking the kids over here to the park. So I was gonna take a stop by and see if we can run into them. I don't know if they're here yet. Actually, there's my two kids there. My little all-stars. Hey there! What's going on? You didn't expect to see me. Hi, baby. Mwah. What's up, buddy? What time's your game today? 3:40. They kick some butt? I'll be there. I get out of work at 3. Want to go see the truck?
Sure.
Come on. You gotta put the helmet on in case we get a call. There you go. Flaps down. Ready to respond.
How's your day been? Good on your day?
It's been kind of quiet, buddy. Nothing too heavy duty.
Our day too.
Johnny used to always be proud in school and say, my dad's a lifesaver.
He helps save people so they can live longer for Boston.
To me, this is what this is all about.
Alright guys, this is going the video here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.